Morning, everybody. I just realized I didn't release a video from earlier in the week, so I think I have like two videos that I'm going to send out. And the only reason I'm going to send them out is because I personally thought that they revealed some information that might be useful. So I was just going to say one thing real quick. I'm just on my way to grab some plumbing parts at the shop real quick, so I figured I'd just chat a little about this subject. You can say whatever you want about Enoch to your own destruction, because like, if somebody was so righteous that they were taken by God to heaven, and it says that in the canon, and the same thing goes for Elijah, if those two people were so righteous that they went to heaven, and you accept the one dude's testimony because you accept Elijah, but you don't accept Enoch, and not only do you not accept Enoch's book, but you removed every single book that mentions Enoch in it, even the Apocalypse of Paul, which has a couple other names. But dude was told by an angel that underneath his house was a box that had the shoes that Paul wore when he was on the earth, and they never wore out the whole time he was preaching. They miraculously never wore out. And in this was a copy of the Apocalypse of Paul, which was immediately sent to a king for him to look over. And then a copy was kept by the original person or something to this effect. So in this book, Paul goes to heaven and he goes to hell. And the angels show him all the things that are in heaven and hell. And they match the medieval Irish Apocrypha perfectly. And I think it's ridiculous that we would accept certain books only because of when they were written in proximity to when Jesus lived. That is very, very, very foolish, because the Holy Spirit, which speaks through men, has spoken through men since Adam fell till now. So to say that the books could only have been written at certain times, they weren't written by men, they were written through men by the Ruach HaKodesh. So it's really that you don't have any faith that God could do something like that. You don't have faith that God could raise from the dead, raise himself from the dead, raise the books from the dead. Nobody believes that. It's like you jump in the water, you start walking along, and then you just fall in because you just don't believe Jesus. You believe what people say. You believe what men say. Because in Enoch, he's crying. In Paul's Apocalypse, Enoch is crying, and he's saying, people don't understand the precious promises that Jesus has for them. That's an amazing thing. Just that one thing. One thing Enoch said is that people don't recognize or realize on earth the precious promises that Jesus has stored up for them, or else they probably would live a little bit differently. And I'm adding that part, because if we gave Enoch the credit that he deserves, the righteous scribe. Imagine in heaven there's like one dude and he writes everything down. That's Enoch. And you want to say that that he's not somebody that we should read? Are you kidding me? He was the king of the earth because of his wisdom and his righteousness. And he got so sick of the people that he just would go off alone just to be with God all the time. And finally God's like, all right, just come on up. And that's who's going to fight the Antichrist. And like, I'm just like telling you because I'm like pre-telling you. As sure as the prophecies of the Bible have come true so far, what I am telling you is going to happen. Enoch, seventh from Adam, prophesied of certain men that would be in the church, that would be wicked men. They'd be running the church when he comes back. They're still running the church. The seminaries have been overtaken. Just like in Jesus' time, the priesthood had been overtaken. Just like in Israel's time, they were destroyed and captured and taken into Babylon. The same thing is going to happen to America. Why? Because we still worship idols. And we refuse to give it up. We refuse to hate our mother and our father like Jesus says to do in the Gospel of Thomas. And you're not hating someone, you're hating their practices, their religious practices. And this is why Abraham was chosen, because Terah built idols. His father built idols, and Abraham said, I'm not doing that, and started throwing them out and breaking them and stuff like that, and becoming like a very different child than he was when he was just going along with the flow. So much so that Nimrod tried to burn him in a fiery furnace. And that's when Hagar was given to Abraham's entourage as a gift by Nimrod. Get the heck out of here, bro. Doesn't even burn in fire. I don't want anything to do with you. And it was prophesied in the stars that Abraham was going to be born. Just like most of the prophets, there was some prophetic and amazing thing that happened in the stars and the sun and the moon. And you look up now, and just like the same thing is happening. The sun and the moon and the stars are doing weird things. There's things in the night sky that are not human things, normal things. Same thing, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. They are coming. I've dreamed they are coming. They land on the rooftops. These eagle men with wings land on the rooftops. You don't have to believe me. It's coming. I'm telling you it's coming. And I don't like necessarily want it to be like, oh, look at my stuff came true. I don't care. I don't want this stuff to happen. I want to sit in my house and drink hot cocoa and friggin' hang out with my wife. I don't want this to happen. It's just gonna happen. Some of the things I've dreamed have already happened, like to me personally. So anyways, just wanted to rant that real quick. God bless you guys and have a great day.